If you're a parent even thinking about traveling to Europe in 2026, you need to hear this before you start to book anything. Some destinations are getting harder for families, not more magical. And choosing the wrong one can turn your amazing trip that you're looking forward to into a super stressful one real fast. Today, I am sharing the European destinations that actually work for family travels in 2026 and why timing matters more than people realize. We travel as a family, we plan trips the real way parents do. We've been traveling to Europe for the past 10 years as US citizens. We just lived in Europe and Romania for 6 months. And then we spent 4 months traveling through Europe. And now we're in Southeast Asia and we will be back to Europe again. So we plan around kids, their energy levels, the logistics, and the stress. It isn't about trends or bucket lists. It's about places that are still manageable and enjoyable and also realistic for families. If you are a parent in the United States, Canada, Australia, or really anywhere planning a trip to Europe, then this video is for you. Now, I see a lot of parents make the same mistake. They choose destinations that look really amazing online. And I don't fault you for that. Okay, we've done the same thing and I see and I understand why. But then a lot of times they get really overwhelmed by the crowds, the long transit days, the exhausted kids, and the constant friction. So the difference between a great family trip and a stressful one usually isn't the budget itself, but it's the decision of choosing the destination that actually works with your kids, okay? And that's really what we're talking about. That's the core of it today. These destinations, right? Like they're not the most Instagram places necessarily, okay? But they are places that offer space, walkability, family-friendly pacing, and a good experience with kids, not despite them, okay? So you're not gonna be dragging your kids around. They're gonna be excited, okay? And I'll explain each one of them, okay? I'm not just like, I'm gonna tell you why they work. I'm not gonna just name them. The first country is so friendly and amazing that it'll change the way you even perceive traveling. So, first one is Scotland. So why does this work for families? Well, one, it's English speaking, okay? Which is a huge stress reducer for a lot of families that maybe don't know what they're gonna do or they have some apprehension about learning a new culture, or maybe you're just nerve-wracking to like speak in another language. I get that, that's a real fear. Scotland allows for super easy road trips, so like renting a car there is a really good idea. They do drive on the other side of the road that we're used to in the United States, but it's an easy adjustment to be made, okay? There are tons of wide open nature areas, hiking, castles, okay? This means that, oh, there's also all the battlefields, which are really set up, they're visitor centers for kids, okay? So your kids stay engaged. They have all the museums are free there as well for your kids, which is going to be great. And a lot of times they have like Lego hunts inside them. So it just really, the country really did well keeping kids engaged, okay? I would say this is amazing destination for kids at the school age level. Families that are doing their first Europe trip, Scotland removes the language barrier and sort of your logistics anxiety without feeling boring. But if you want culture without the overwhelm, the next destination kind of surprises a lot of families. So this next destination solves a completely different problem that families run into. So destination number 2 is Italy. And so why does Italy work so well? Because it's food that kids are going to eat. Have you ever met a kid that doesn't like pizza and pasta? Okay, there's an abundance of it, okay? So this is an easy one for maybe picky eaters, okay? Kids are going to eat the food in Italy. A lot of the cities and the towns have walkable cities and their local piazza. That's where everybody's gonna be. The apartments can often be better for families or for multi-age families, okay? This is a great option, Italy is, if you want a more slow or like a city-based trip. You can also do, Florence and like go be out in the countryside. But Italy works when families stop trying to see every single thing because there's so much to see and just kind of choose a fewer more bases than trying to fit in an over busy schedule. So if Italy does feel a little intimidating because of the large crowds, the next country delivers the charm without the pressure. Number 3 is Bulgaria. Bulgaria is the quiet miss that is affordable without feeling cheap. It's not cheap. It's a super, super amazing country. It does have calm cities. The food is amazing. You also have gorgeous beaches. Tons of Romanians and tons of other people go to the beaches in Bulgaria, okay? Like they're known to have beautiful beaches and you have resorts there as well. Or you can go to the mountains and go skiing in Bansko, okay? So this is a really good destination for budget conscious families that also want not to just worry about their budget, but want that deep culture that's involved in it, because Bulgaria is not just a cheap destination. Bulgaria brings to the table so much for history and culture and food, and it is just not going to be filled with crowds as much. It's a little bit of a kept hidden gem. So if you are a parent that's wanting more space, a slower space, Bulgaria is one of the last places where families can still feel like they can breathe while traveling. If planning family travel feels overwhelming, I do offer a stress-free family travel course with an optional one-on-one planning support. It helps you choose destinations, the timing, the packing, the logistics, the step-by-step, the where to start, your budget, and the school schedule, and so much more, okay? It's linked below, and it is gonna always be in the description if you want help a little more than beyond this video. Okay, let's keep going. Destination number 4 is Hungary, okay? This has excellent public transportation. The city is so clean. It's more of like compact cities. There are tons of thermal baths. There's some in Bulgaria as well. I should mention that. But it is built in this like rest best for families. Like, you do not need a car here to be in Hungary. This one is going to work super well. Parents are not necessarily worried about transit stress, okay? And Hungary is super underrated because it's functional. This is exactly why it works. Think Central Europe. It is clean. There are loads of food choices that you can eat from there. You can stay either the Buda side or the Pest side, take a boat ride down the Danube and really learn. I think it's the Danube. Yes. Hopefully I'm not getting my countries mixed up. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. But you're just going to get so much history that is so cool here. But then I'm a history lover. Okay. But there's just so much to offer. We went there for a long weekend and wish we had stayed so much longer. Okay. Family travel isn't about seeing everything. It's about enjoying where you're going. So choosing your destination is more important than, what you do there. Because it doesn't matter what you do there. If you pick the wrong destination, it's not going to be enjoyable. Okay. So destination number 5 is the Netherlands, okay? This is your bike friendly, okay? Your predictable systems, your little like laid back vibe. It is a kids first culture and it is super great for younger kids. So families who want structure. The transportation is super easily walkable. There is so much to do there. The Anne Frank Museum is also super important to see, and you can read the book before you go. You can do the walking tour of history. I mean, you can do so much in the Netherlands. And then you can go and do like a day trip, go to see the windmills. You can go to see the tulips. There's so much to do in the Netherlands. And just be aware that like the bikes have priority, not the people walking. So you do need to kind of keep a hold of your kids and let them know and kind of teach them and train them like, hey, you need to look around for bikes because they will run you over and keep going, okay? So just something to be said. But if you are a bike rider, you want to be outside, you want to experience something new, you want this to be like a really kid-friendly, parent-forward environment, I would say the Netherlands is definitely the best one for you, okay? The Netherlands is designed for families, and you don't have to fight the environment in order to succeed at it. So destination number 6 is Denmark. Okay, this works the best for safety. It is so clean. It has efficient cities. The way that they handle and think about childcare and children growing up, it's very like play nature first. Okay, like kids should go outside and play in the mud. Okay, we should get off of screens, and I think this is so important in today's culture, especially for parents. The attractions are built for kids. They're not just tolerated. That's best for toddlers and younger kids. You can absolutely add on any Viking history, okay? This is great for first-time international travelers. Denmark doesn't just allow kids, it plans for them, okay? And the last destination works well for families, but in a completely different way. Our last destination, number 7, it's on the list, but it also surprises a lot of families. But it consistently works because it removes friction instead of adding friction. Last one is Greece. It works because you got your islands. You have a natural slow pacing. And if you really just want to like check out, chill at the beach, the nature, slow paced, and just be, Greece is a good option for you. There is the warm culture towards kids. Everybody is so friendly. If you ask them a question, they'll pretty much answer honestly. There's easy apartment style stays. There's resorts that are all inclusive. There's boutique hotels, you name it, and they have those options, okay? And there's so many islands to choose from, or you can do island hopping. Actually, our video that's coming up next is all about how to pick the right Greek island before you go. Now, families who want rest and they want culture, Greece really works when families stop rushing and you kind of let the destination set the pace for you, okay? And that's the pattern that you should be watching for when you're planning Europe with kids. Destinations that work best for families aren't always the most famous. I'm not saying that they're not the right ones, but they don't have to be the most famous ones to work. They're the ones that reduce friction and allow connection and allow happiness and joy, and like you want to go on the next vacation with your family when this is all said and done, okay? If you want our free family packing list, it is linked below and in the description. If you want help planning the stress-free family trip to Europe, from your destinations to the packing to logistics, our family travel course with optional one-on-one planning assistance is also linked in the description. Go check it out on our website. The best family trips aren't built on just hype and social media, okay? They're built on timing, realistic expectations, and destinations that support families instead of fighting against them sometimes. That is why planning early and planning intentionally matters for your destinations in 2026.